सभी को नमस्कार. What is CSC? Common Service Centers. And this is Common Service Centers is nothing but a digital access point operated, managed by a local entrepreneur, which the government uses to deliver service to citizens. That is how it was defined, started. When we started in 2006, there were already 15,000 of these centers existing in various formats. Some states, some NGO were running. They were all learnt. Study was done, learning was done, and then this entire model for why not create access point for people across the country, and the CSC was born. Then, of course, the real momentum to CSC came from 2014. I think the Honorable Prime Minister said, I want to give power to every citizen in his hand, and so that he can access everything. And his vision was exactly the same as that of CSC. CSC give empowerment, inclusion, and of course, create a lot of opportunity for people largely in rural India. All those people, and most of you have come from rural India, and I do believe, since I've worked in tribal areas for a long time, and I've spent my life in working with them, I do believe the level of intelligence in rural or in tribal is, if you do statistical significances, is almost equal to what level of intelligence in an urban area. Same level. In fact, I have met many tribal boys who were so intelligent. Then when I used to walk with them, he will tell me, sir, 5 minutes ke baad barish aayega. And actually it came after 5 minutes. No weatherman today in India can predict as the tribal boy in that village can predict. He will hear the sound of a bird and tell me the species of the bird. No MSc geology students in India can actually do that part of the bird. And he will identify a species of a plant and tell you everything about the plant from history and background. No MSc botany, even from Delhi University, can't even distinguish between a paddy and a wheat. That is the class. So the knowledge which they acquired in rural India is phenomenal. We don't value that knowledge. We don't value because our evaluation process are different. Our evaluation process historically are based on marks, based on what you do. So this is the concept on which CSA started, that everybody is knowledgeable. Even if he has not gone to a school or a college, he is knowledgeable. How do I try and empower for him to use the knowledge for engaging himself, improving the quality of life, and also improving the quality of life of people who live in that area. That is how CSC works. And CSC, of course, was largely digital. Today, CSC does almost everything which helps people in the village to access everything which an urban area boy or girl can access. Whether it's IIT Mumbai courses which are available in our system, Infosys, all the programs which are given to the Infosys employees also can be accessed somebody in the village. So a girl or a boy, if you want to read data analytics or artificial intelligence, they can stay in the village, learn that part of them too. In the COVID time, we started a CSC Olympiad. 2 lakh children across the country appeared for CSC Olympiad in various subjects. What an amazing journey, an amazing story of rural entrepreneurship and rural enablement of citizens. So first premise is that people in rural India are very skilled, very knowledgeable, and they have inherent ability to try and create a social enterprise. They are enterprise of that nature. From SKDRP, we have learned some of these values, which probably we were not able to. I think today, with speaking to Dr. Hagde, we have learned one thing that, and also a little bit of time we spent with the team around, that anything which you want to make sustainable for a longer period of time, you need to create this value system. The value system with the community recognized, and the community does that part of the work. A lot of people in government used to ask me that you don't supervise that entrepreneur, you don't punish them. I tell them I will never punish, because if I appoint a policeman, the policeman itself will become a badmash. So we don't appoint them. So the community will do the choice. If we tell them if the community doesn't like you, they will beat you up. If you do badmashi, the community will teach you. The lesson is the community. The community create an ownership for the entrepreneur, and the community does. We don't, we are only an enabler. We cannot create checks and balances of the nature which the government or the policing system does it. We are saying that community will have a choice. They can do their own house, they can go to the CSC, they can go to the government office, and they can avail everything possible what to do. Fortunately today, with this, as I said, our journey began in 2014, and one of the ministers who took great interest, I would like to name Ravishankar Prasad ji. He did so much for CSC, unbelievable. He actually sold CSC all over, convinced every ministry. So today, Government of India, every government, if they want to reach and deliver service in rural India, they want to use CSC. In fact, the CSC network, as you said, I must congratulate you with 25 lakh of eShram card prepaid made by you is remarkable. I must actually clap for you. You done a great job. We, of course, across the system has done 16 crore. 16 crore eShram card in the system has been done by CSC. 20 crore Aadhars have been generated by CSC. Difficult terrain, so much of connectivity issues, power issues, they still work. And there's no crib on their face. They learn to live within the circumstances they do and try an optimum solution for the community. They are wonderful people. They're amazing people. I have met many of these girls, especially we have about 100,000, about 1 lakh girls who operate common service centers. They're so good. I can't believe them. I can't, if you tell me to do a business in rural India, probably I will not be able to do. How do they do in those circumstances and try and generate income? That part of the story. Few of the things for you to try and how do I create entrepreneurship and do that part. In our journey, government service will not create a business. Government service only is an enabler. You can't sustain a business with government service. What sustain? Financial inclusion sustain. There are more financial transactions take place in the ecosystem. Most of the work of sustainability of CSC comes through financial inclusion services, whether it's the DigiPay or banking correspondent or insurance or national pension scheme. Very simple thing. We actually used to launch and saying you become a Lakpati in 1 month. If you do national pension scheme for 1,000 people in the community, you actually get 1,60,000 rupees as commission. Nobody can give you. 1,60,000 is huge. But you have to work hard, which is also benefiting society, benefiting nation, as well as benefiting you to build an enterprise. Similarly for insurance, I have met a lot of people who are not even educated, but they are now crorepati because of insurance business. Insurance create a lot of value. So banking, insurance, and pension are the bread and butter for the CSC ecosystem for sustainability. And of course, we do many other services, as I said, utility bill collection. In UP alone, we collect 100 crore every month of electricity bills. And UP, of course, the UP electricity bill pays a lot of money. They pay us 20 rupees per bill collection. So if an entrepreneur has collected 1,000 bills, he gets 20,000 rupees. What a transformation. So enterprise and entrepreneurship also varies quite a lot because some communities hazard. In fact, our study shows that Agarwal, Gupta, Jain and Sardarji do exceedingly well in entrepreneurship. So what we tell our entrepreneurs, my ability is to actually make you Agarwal, Gupta and Jain because then you have to build those skills of building an entrepreneur. Those skills of what entrepreneurship is. And of course, the Sardarji. There's a Sardarji who lives on the Pakistan border in Gurdaspur. He was a teacher. He left the job. He set up a CSC. Today, he's got 3-story building. In 1 floor, he runs a banking correspondent. His banking correspondent is actually better than the bank branch. Neat, clean, very well done. One, he runs an education center, and one, of course, now he's opened a Gramini store. He does that part of the work. It's so amazing work that we also learned quite a lot from the entire world, wherever people want to do. We do a lot of work on women health and hygiene. We have 1,000 sanitary pad making units across the country set up by women. They employ people and they do health and sanitation for women. Advocacy, enabling girl child, telling them what has to be done, how the sanitary hygiene and health can take place. We do that part. Our whole focus is on every aspect of life, how can influence. The latest is, of course, we added to Gramini store. Gramini store is amazing. It's a hyper-local e-commerce platform, first time done in the country. In fact, Tata Digital invested, Adani Capital invested into our Grameen store because they find there's a huge value. Today, we sell everything possible across the system. We are the biggest seller of Tata Water. Tata Water has got a copper in it, which is recently launched. We are also selling Renault. You saw the Renault car. We sell Renault car, Tata car, Mahindra car. We sell electric cycles, everything. And everything you sell, you get a margin. So actually, it's a double benefit. One is that you create a lead for the vehicle, whoever want to purchase. Second is you also get the customer a loan from a bank because we also do a lot of loan. So you also get margin in this. So in one of these opportunities, you will generate huge income for yourself. And of course, the loan generation which takes place to our system is also huge. Our people who has earned about 4,50,000 in one loan lead on housing. There are some people who earned about 3 lakh rupees only doing a loan lead housing loan. Loan for bank is an asset. And bank actually need a lot of loan lead provided. We today create loan assets for everybody. We do about 1 lakh, more than 1.5 lakh lead for one bank every month. That is what we generate for them. And they pay for it, they pay. But the whole objective is entrepreneurs should be able to take entrepreneurship and try and generate sufficient income. Many of them now got 4 to 5 people, some have got 15 people. They graduated from 2 computers to 25 computers and built a large amount. The last I thought I will mention, we also want to address the farmers issue, and we are setting up 6,000 farmer producer organization. Sir, I have seen your FPO, you have set up 3 FPOs, your custom hiring station, your seed producing units. We want to set up every block a seed producing, a seed nursery, so that the farmers can benefit it. We also have a customer hiring station. We want to make a go down a small cold storage. And we do all the government programs for them. A Kisan credit card, a loan facility of that nature. But our objective is that a farmer should, and we also sell them. Last year we sell the lychee of Bihar to London, pineapple for tempura to Dubai. But that is possible through technology. Our whole objective is to try and people have a choice. If they want to sell it, how do you sell across the country in that fashion? Empowering communities, sir, you are doing a wonderful job. We have to learn from you. And today actually is the marriage. There's a huge synergy, marriage between CSC and SKDRP, which will sustain for a long time. We will do everything possible to empower you. We will be too happy to all the 22,000 villages where you work has an access point and helps everyone in the village, irrespective of caste, creed, color, and the nature on what we do. That is the objective of CSC. And we use, of course, technology. We will use technology. Sir, we will have a lot of work to be done with you. I will put up a 5-member team only here, which will support your ecosystem. They will be stationed here. They will help you, and we will try and do that part of the work. Aadhaar is one area. There are 6 crore children born every year in this country. Aadhaar is a big business. There are people who will change their photogram. Their girls come saying, "Ganda photo badal dijiye," and every photo you take money out of them. But there is no harm in doing it. Aadhaar is, in fact, at some point in time, we used to call CSC ka Aadhaar hi Aadhaar hai. Aadhaar is huge. So, sir, if you can help us in getting all these centers, at least your block and district center, to be converted into Aadhaar center, through our support, we will be too happy to try and do it. But I can promise you, sir, Aadhaar is a great, as I said, a lot of people have, 40% people does not have their mobile number into Aadhaar. And e-seeding of mobile number generates you 50 rupees. If you've done 5,000 of them, you still get 50,000 rupees. People change their mobile number, people change their address. Aadhaar can be a great enabler. Aadhaar, banking, insurance, pension, telemedicine, tele-law. Tele-law is one of pet subject we do. We have done about 1 million teleconsultation, 10 lakh teleconsultation across the country. People in Jammu and Kashmir who suffer because of some atrocities being done by the women to the family, they talk to the lawyer. And they can talk to the lawyer either through a video conferencing application or to a phone, depending on whatever convenient to them. The farmers can show his crop and identify a disease. Animals' disease can be identified to teleconsultation. We build these platforms, and our platform works actually less than a broadband. It works on 250 kb, so you don't need a broadband. We realize rural India and they'll build a platform accordingly. Because every place you can't have a high bandwidth. So low bandwidth using video conferencing application is what we design. Sir, I'm actually today on a different peak. I'm actually very fascinated for what has been done. And I wish, sir, I can take your help to take us across the country. I will use all the training centers with your permission, sir, and try and train our entrepreneurs and build some part of what you're doing and imbibing values into them in order to make them behave differently and try and address. Ours is a social enterprise built on technology. And we do believe that we can fulfill the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister. Gram Swaraj will come through technology. Gram Swaraj is the meaning where everybody in the village is happy. Everybody in the village has exactly same thing what is being produced or has access to same thing what is available to anybody else. There is no discrimination in access to services or product in a village or in a community, and this can be intervened through technology. This is what a Gram Swaraj will be. Gram Swaraj, Atmanirbhar Bharat, are ingrained into CSC culture, and that is what we design everything. We have the technology team, we brought technology team. CTO doesn't come, but I brought him to listen to your problems. We will do a small demo to you, and we built our AEPS is also built by our own internal team, which is the largest. We do about 25% of the AEPS transaction in the country is done through CSC ecosystem. We are large, And with your support, we can transform not only Karnataka, sir. If you permit me, I will take these values to other states, Rajasthan, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, and try and do that intervention and try and take your message, your charisma, and your thing. We'll do that part of the work. The last, sir, which I mentioned, I will share my own wish. We sell Baba Dham Peda, and we sell 2 tons across the CSC, across the country. People buy. Those who can't go to Shiv temple for some reason, either become old or otherwise. Your prasad also we can integrate into CSC system, and they can take. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.